Ever watch an Olympic gymnast soar through the air, defying gravity with their strength and grace? But what goes on behind the scenes to shine on the global stage like the Paris Olympics? It's something that might make you say, wait, that's not right. From hairdos to handstands, these athletes follow some surprisingly tough guidelines. Ready to find out what keeps our gymnastic stars on their toes? Curious about those 15 strict rules female gymnasts have to follow? Gymnastics, known for its grace and precision, is more than just a sport. It's a lifestyle, especially for Olympic-level athletes. Let's start with something you've probably noticed but never thought much about: wardrobe malfunctions. Remember the movie Stick It? It dramatizes a real issue in gymnastics: the penalty for visible undergarments. A tiny glimpse of a bra strap can cost points. To avoid any wardrobe slips, athletes use a spray called Tough Skin to stick their leotards to themselves. This ensures that nothing moves out of place, not even during the most complex routines. Imagine the pressure of performing a perfect routine with all that going on. Ever wonder why all gymnasts seem to have the same hairstyle? Tight buns, braids, and ponytails dominate the floor. This isn't just for style, it's a safety measure. Hair must be pulled back tightly to avoid obstructing their view or getting caught during routines. And while creativity with ribbons and bobby pins is allowed, jewelry is not. Except for a single pair of stud earrings, everything else is considered a hazard. So next time you see those neat hairstyles, remember that it's not just fashion, it's a rule. Control and composure. In gymnastics, appearing effortless is key. Stars like Simone Biles perform mind-bending stunts while appearing serene as a calm lake. Judges don't just score the stunts themselves, they're watching how athletes handle themselves. If a gymnast struggles but keeps their cool, it's better than showing any signs of struggle. It's all about that poker face, even if they're flipping their way through a hurricane of pressure. Continuity in performance is another cornerstone. In gymnastics, there are no timeouts or breaks between elements. A pause or a misstep can lead to deductions, as every moment is meant to flow into the next. It's about creating a seamless mimicry of movement, where even a slight hesitation can cost a deduction in scores. Speaking of scores, did you know challenging a judge's decision can be costly? If a gymnast feels her routine was underscored, they can formally contest the score. However, it comes with a price tag: $300 for the first challenge, $500 for the second, and a hefty $1,000 for the third. And if the judges don't see a mistake on their part, the money doesn't come back. It goes straight to the federation. But what about the pressure to perform perfect techniques? Point those toes. A seemingly minor detail like unpointed toes during a leap or jump can lead to deductions. It's all about perfection, down to the very tips of their toes. Sounds tough, right? While we're talking about perfection, let's not forget the importance of landing. No wobbles or extra steps are allowed. These might seem like small errors, but in gymnastics, they're big deals. Judges are eagle-eyed for any misstep, no matter how slight. Now onto training schedules. Gymnasts can train 30 to 40 hours weekly, mimicking a full-time job. But it's not just the hours that are regulated, it's also the types of training they can engage in. Specific techniques and equipment are off-limit unless sanctioned by coaches and governing bodies. This control ensures safety but also limits personal experimentation. Do you think this level of control is necessary, or does it suppress an athlete's creativity? Diet is another area where gymnasts face rigid rules. Maintaining an elite athlete's physique isn't just about exercise, it's heavily controlled by diet. Coaches and nutritionists often oversee their meals to optimize performance, so eating schedules and calorie intakes are all meticulously planned with the least freedom. While this helps athletes stay in peak condition, it can also lead to a strained relationship with food. Gymnasts are also subject to behavior and conduct guidelines that extend beyond the gym. From social media use to public appearances, every action can reflect on their professionalism and dedication to the sport. They are taught from an early age to present themselves as role models. Their personal lives are often less personal and more public. Isn't it getting too much? What do you think? Are these rules tougher than you expected, or do they seem just right given the stakes at the Olympics? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's start a conversation. But wait, we still have 5 more to discuss. Let's not forget about the mental health aspect. The pressure to perform and spend your life following these rules can take an enormous toll. Gymnasts have started speaking out about the mental health struggles that come with such high stakes and strict regulations. Their courage to discuss these issues reshapes how we view mental health in sports. Keeping your routine a secret is another head-scratcher. Imagine training for years on a show-stopping sequence, a masterpiece of flips and twists. Then you get to the competition and nobody can see it. Gymnasts are expected to keep their routines under wraps to prevent competitors from copying them. Sounds reasonable, right? Here comes the age equation. Gymnastics is a young person's sport. Many gymnasts peak in their teens, making the pressure to succeed even more intense. They have to achieve their goals within a short window of opportunity. Do you think this is fair? Should there be more opportunities for older gymnasts to compete at the highest levels? Strict anti-doping rules are in place to ensure fair play. Gymnasts can be tested anytime, anywhere, and must comply with the World Anti-Doping Agency (WADA) standards to avoid disqualification. After all, millions or even billions watch them, and many regard them as their role model. Elite gymnasts become national heroes, representing their countries on the world stage. This comes with immense pressure to succeed and can sometimes feel overwhelming. But it also offers incredible opportunities for travel, recognition, and even lucrative sponsorships. The Olympics are the height of a gymnast's career, but what happens after the final routine? Many gymnasts struggle with the transition to life after elite competition. Some choose coaching, broadcasting, or pursuing other athletic endeavors. Finding a new purpose after dedicating your life to one goal can be a challenge. We've all seen the iconic image of a gymnast, sleek, powerful, in a sparkly leotard. But what if you don't feel comfortable in that kind of outfit? Believe it or not, some gymnasts, particularly those from Germany, have opted for full-body unitards. The reason? Simple. Comfort and a pushback against the constant sexualization of their bodies. For years, the skimpy leotards have been a point of contention. Many argue they focus on appearance over athleticism. The unitards were a bold statement that sparked a much-needed conversation about body image and athlete empowerment. And Simone Biles just stood against it. Behind every gravity-defying routine lies a story of countless sacrifices. Gymnasts miss out on birthdays, graduations, and social time with friends. Their families become their support systems, traveling to competitions and providing unlimited encouragement. It truly takes a village to raise an Olympic gymnast. Now, you might feel it strongly too, right? The upcoming Paris Olympics are almost near. It's clear that these gymnasts are not just preparing their routines. They're fine-tuning their entire lives to follow these stringent guidelines. The journey is tough, filled with sacrifices and challenges that test their limits at every turn. Let's cheer on these remarkable people as they flip, twist, and leap towards their dreams. Let's hear from you. Who are you most excited to see compete in Paris? Leave a comment below and let's discuss. Hit that like button and subscribe for all the latest gymnastic news and analysis. The ride is just getting started and you won't want to miss what's coming next. Until next time.